Good morning. I just wanted to pop on here right quick and share something that's appropriate at this time of the year. Uh, you might, when you go outside, you might see a lot of this growing on the side of the road. It's a beautiful golden plant, and the name of it is goldenrod. And we have a history. This is my granny from the Appalachians. She was an herbalist, a natural remedy. I don't even think she realized that that's what she was. She delivered babies for her area. She was a midwife, and sometimes she was paid with a bag of beans or a hunk of side meat or some of those things. And I think those roots run deep. I love herbs, love plants, love traditional old ways, simple things that are inexpensive, abundant, and make your life better in so many ways. There are certainly more people out there that know more about this plant than I do. I'm not a expert or a doctor, a medical expert, or anything in that category. I'm just a person that grew up with these simple things, and I just wanted to share one of them today. The good thing about goldenrod is it's a diuretic, so it's really good for any kind of urinary tract infection, kidney infection, bladder discomfort. If you know when those things, when something's not quite right in that area, and you need just a little more than water to help you out. This plant, we use it, we make tea out of it. We take the leaves, these are the leaves. My husband and I were able to harvest this bunch of goldenrod this weekend. We had to go to a few places and get a few things done, and we know where some of this grows, and so we just went and harvested it. You can see it on the side of the road. It's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful fall plant, and it's so beneficial, and it's usually abundant and free in most every area. You can research more about it, where it grows, and things, but I can share with you what we did. We went to a place we knew grows a lot of goldenrod, and it was prolific. There was a lot of it out there. We just got what we thought we would use in a year's time for our uses. It's not something you drink every day or a lot. You just drink it every once in a while. It's really good for skin. It's really good for drinking as a tea. You can make a salve out of the oil infusion. You can use that in making salve, and it's really good for abrasions in the skin. Little skin irritations and things that you might have. In processing this, we just take the flowers and the leaves off of the stems. We picked probably a double handful here. It's already dried out some, but I'm wanting to put it on these trays and put it in the dehydrator for a little bit and make sure that it's really good and dry, because I'm going to make an oil infusion out of a lot of this, and I'm going to store a lot of the leaves for tea. So you want to make sure they're really good and dry. You don't want to put anything up like it that has any moisture. It'll make your product, the things that you're making, it'll make them not shelf stable. They'll get some mold, or they just won't turn out right if you leave moisture in. So I'm going to pull these leaves off, cut off some of these blooms, put them on my dehydrator dryer sheet here. This tray that goes into the dehydrator. It's not really a dryer sheet. That could be something else, couldn't it? Okay, so I just lay them out, make sure that the air can circulate them around them really good. I will separate the leaves and the blooms later, depending on whatever I decide to make out of these at that time. Hopefully I can share that with you when we make the oil infusion and the tea and the tinctures. Sometimes we make tinctures because you can just take a few drops of concentrated tincture and it'll do the trick. Yeah, there's not a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just get you a handful or a double handful. That's usually enough for a year for us. But you can get as much as you think you might need if you have a lot of problems with things and you want to try this tea. This has a real mild flavor, good flavor. It's not real strong, but you can mix it with other things. You can mix it with other flavors. Teas that you're used to drinking, if you want to work it in that way. I'm looking forward to making a salve out of this goldenrod. Half of the fun is harvesting it. It's something my husband and I love to do. We love wildflowers. We love herbs, and especially if you can make something really useful and good for your body, good for your family. Easily, cost effectively. We just enjoy doing it. We had a really good time harvesting this. We were tempted to harvest much more of it. It was so much. It was so abundant. But we are trying to rein in and just get responsibly what we feel like we'll use. This is what we felt like we would use in a year's time. So I would love to grow it. I would love to find a place, and it's easy to grow. It's not like it's hard to grow. You can dig up some roots and transfer them. It's a perennial, so we come back every year. It's just we are on a city lot, a really small, a quarter of an acre, and we have a lot growing. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some of that in the future. Gardens and just little things that we've got. We've really maxed out our little quarter of an acre, but we might can squeeze in some place to grow some goldenrod. You don't have to dry this in a dehydrator. You can just, when you harvest a bunch or a handful of it, you can turn it upside down and put a rubber band on your stems and just hang them up in a cool, dark place, and let them dry naturally. I didn't decide to do that this time. I wanted to make sure they were really good and dry, and I wanted to do it a little quicker than it would have done naturally. And that's the reason I decided to go ahead and put them on the dehydrator sheet and do that. But there you go. You just make a layer of your goldenrods on your dehydrator sheet. I'll put these in the dehydrator and check on them and make sure they are good and dry before I pull them out. Thank you for stopping by, giving me the time of day today. I hope you have a good day. Until next time.